What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Forever Stranded Lost Souls. Oh yeah, guys. So last episode, we started with some Botania stuff. We set down 3 endo flames and a mana pool and a mana spreader, and we were just making some basic mana here so we can make a ender or a mana pearl, I guess, so we can make some of the other things that we're trying to do. Since then, I went ahead and I made an open crate. This is an item from Botania, where any item that gets piped into there, or in this case, using a dropper to push an item in, just goes directly down, right? So this is a pretty simple automation for Botania for these endo flames. So we have a piece of coal sitting on a pressure plate, right? We're inverting the signal from that coal. So as it's on the pressure plate, it's emitting a redstone signal. This inverts it so there's no redstone signal. So when one of these flowers needs a piece of coal, it'll use that up, the plate will unpress, this torch will come back on, sending a redstone signal up to this dropper, sending an item over here and placing another coal in its place. So pretty much if I walk up and I take that, another coal falls down. That's how that works. So we'll always have one piece of coal ready to be used by this system here, and to be turned into mana. Since these things work really slow and we don't have a lot of them, we definitely want this thing going pretty much all the time. Yeah, so we can have more mana available when we need it in the future. Later on, if we need to do a lot more Botania stuff, there's way better flowers in this that make mana way faster. But yeah, that's the way we have this set up right now. And there's probably a better way to get this thing going. I think, what mod is it? Thermal expansion. Yeah, I was looking at this. If we look at Redstone, thermal expansion has these things, the Redstone Relays, so you can use the thermal expansion pipes to move redstone signals around using these. I don't know if I've ever used that before. We don't have Ender IO in here. Usually we would use that for conduits. There is another option. We can do this Redstone Observer thing from random things that I saw. And if we look at the information for this, it says bound to a block that emits a redstone signal. This block will emit a redstone signal if its target does. So it sounds like we could place that block next to this dropper and bind it to the redstone torch and not have to use any of this wire stuff. And when this thing emits a redstone signal, the observer will place the redstone signal next to the dropper. I think that might be something we could do. I don't know. But anyway, there's a few different options. The easiest one is to do the Ender IO conduits, which we don't have in this mod pack. So unfortunately, that's not the way we can do it. So yeah, I went with the vanilla redstone method for that project. It's very simple to do. Okay, let's move on though. So off camera, I went ahead and I made some extra litherite. I had to go mining for diamonds. Earlier, before I went mining for diamonds, I was like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of us never having iron. I think I keep complaining about that. So I went and mined a whole lot of iron and I melted it all down. I'm using Ember's fluid extractors and fluid pipes. I had to move the drain up 1 block. Yeah, so redstone signal, that'll start extracting fluid out of the drain and putting it into our smart output here. So you can see we have a lot of iron. That I noticed in our dank null, we had about 4 different types of copper. There's a lot of different types of copper in this pack. And, you know, each stack was a little bit. It wasn't a whole lot, but like 4 times that amount was a lot. So I decided to melt down all of our copper. Now we have all of the copper ready to go up here. But yeah, plenty of iron for our future projects, which is good. So I mined up all that iron, and then I went to go make this litherite, and it's like, oh, yeah, we only have like 3 more diamonds remaining. So there was no way for us to make all of this. So yeah, I just got done in the branch mine, mining up all of those diamonds. Now, I'll tell you something. You think that making a 3x3 tunnel and lighting it up all the time and stuff makes it so mining isn't scary? Yeah, until you break one of those, what is it, the ender blocks? I don't remember what they are. The stuff to make the ender dust, this stuff, whatever this is from Tiny Progressions. Every once in a while, it'll spawn one of the ender mites. Now, the ender mites are affected by the health. You see the difficulty in the lower left-hand corner. It says 193, so they have a lot of health. But what's even scarier is there's a chance that they will turn into a blighted version, the ones with the purple flames, which gives them strength 4, speed, I don't know what other effects. There's like 4 different effects it gives them. Yeah, running away from one of those things, super scary. 3 hits took me down to red health. Like 4 or 5 hits would have killed me. I ended up running out of the branch mine, running up these stairs, trying to figure out where my blocks are on my hotbar, and then like trying to pillar up real quick. So trying to get away from it, and then I had to use my shuriken to take it down. But yeah, that was kind of scary. You think you're all safe in the branch mine, and then you're not. Okay, well anyway, we have the runic altar we made last time. We had this litherite. So now the next step is we need to start providing mana to the runic altar. So we need to use our mana pool here. We'll put the runic altar here, and then we need to put a mana spreader facing away from the pool but touching it so it can grab the mana. So if we right click on the pool, we can see right there that the mana spreader, the bar is full green. If we look at this one that's pointing at the pool, well, okay. For some reason, that one is fully green too. Why is that fully green? I don't know. Is there a problem? Is there a bug with this? That shouldn't be full. Are we just wasting our endo flames here? There is something. Yeah, all of these are broken. What's going on with that? Let me try breaking this thing and replacing it. There's obviously a problem here. Is it the redstone signal this thing is emitting? That might be it. Are these... I don't remember these things being affected by redstone, but I guess they are. Okay, well, let's do this. We'll move this one over here. We'll rebind it. There we go. Now, these endo flames don't know who to talk to. You can see there's an X on each one of them. So we have to shift right click on this, shift right click on that. So now it knows about that mass spreader. So again, we have to do this and that and this one and that one. Okay, so now all of those have the check marks. Now we're producing mana. I guess we haven't been producing any mana at all since I set this thing up. That's a little embarrassing. I've thought that there was like the redstone version of these spreaders that were affected and these were not. I don't know. I can never remember. Anyway, so this mana spreader, we can now see the bar is filling up as it shoots in mana. That bar goes back down. This one's always full because it's touching the mana pool facing away from it. Okay, so shift right click this, shift right click that. It points at the runic altar. So now this will provide mana to the crafting recipes this thing's gonna do. Now, if I remember correctly, it was 9 of these things per craft. So we'll drop 9 on there. You see the little progress bar is full. Okay, so now that that's done, we have to put 1 living rock on there and then right click it with the wand. And now we get ourselves a litherite block. Quest complete litherite. Okay, so we have to do that and do one of those. And thankfully it doesn't use a whole lot of mana for this process. Some recipes will take a very long time for all the mana to be transferred over. This is not one of those recipes. Okay. Oh yeah, you can also just right click on it to repeat the recipe, similar to the petal apothecary that we used last time. Okay, we have to do a total of 6 of these, by the way. I think we have to do 2 more? No, this is the last one here. I think we only have to do 6 of these anyway. 6 of them for the controller. I don't know if the other blocks need more. Okay, well, there's our 6 litherite. We have 2 crystals remaining since it requires 9. You craft 4 at a time. Anyway, so we needed these. If we look at the uses, we can see that that goes into the Void Resource Miner Controller Tier 1. Right, so we also need these interconnects, which, yeah, that's where 2 of these go. So that goes around the pure daisy to turn into an interconnect, which is a weird recipe, but that's the way it is. So let's go remove the stuff that we had over here. I'll just break it with this. An axe would be better. Okay, that's fine though. So I've never seen this work. Hopefully it works just the same. Yeah, it looks like those are all sparkly, like they should be. And that's going to take a minute for those to turn to the interconnects. It's kind of interesting how this is tied into Botania like that, but yep, that's the way it is. Okay, so we want Void Resource Miner Controller Tier 1. So we need to have the laser lens, and I think we saw that it was like 7 glass in a T, or I guess like a sideways H made that. I don't remember. Let's see if we can figure it out real quick. So I think it was like this. I'm wrong. This, that. Oh boy. we're gonna have to figure this out. So the lens, let's do this. Search for clear lens. Okay, so I guess it was a regular H, but this is showing black stained glass, red stained. Okay, well maybe I just did it wrong. Well, it shows up there. All right, so there is our lens. So we have that done. We'll have our interconnects done. We'll have the diode. We need 7 glass and we have 3. Not quite enough, is it? Do we have any more sand around? I guess I would look in here if I wanted to find sand, and we appear to not have any. All right, so we'll have to grab some gravel, which I'm pretty sure exists in here. Okay, so gravel, we'll grab our hammer, which is in one of these things I can never remember. Here's this one. Okay, so we can lay these out. Something like that. And then we'll also want to grab our wand, which I haven't had to use in a very long time, so I don't remember exactly where that is. It might be in my pouch. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is in my pouch. Yeah. All right. So now we can just do some of this and bring this out. There we go. There's the full stack, and we will vein mine this. The vein mine with gravel and sand doesn't work properly all the time. I think it's because the blocks are falling while it's trying to mine them or something, so it doesn't register. I don't know. Did that use all of the gravel that was in this thing? I did not know that it did that. We now have an empty spot where our gravel was. Wow, okay. Well, that's kind of cool use for this thing if you want to place many blocks and then vein mine them. I didn't know that happened. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll take a stack of that. We'll melt that down. We're probably going to need a lot more glass. Let's go see if our interconnects are done. They probably are by now. No. Okay, I wonder how long this takes. Hopefully that doesn't take like 10 years for that to happen. Oh boy, I know it's been longer than a minute, and that's the default time that those things are supposed to happen. Yeah, hopefully that doesn't take super, super long. Okay, is there anything else we can make this diode? So we need iron and redstone. Iron, redstone, and then we needed that glass. Okay, so we'll let that finish cooking up, and we will grab one of those guys. Okay, so now we need the obsidian, the litherite, and then the interconnects, and then we are ready to go. Yeah, we're just waiting on those interconnects. I guess I'm going to have to wait around for those things to... Oh, wait, did they turn? Oh, it says interconnect. But they're still sparkly. Do the interconnects turn into something else, I wonder? Let's take a look at the uses. Oh, okay, so the litherite turns into the interconnect. The interconnect will also turn into a null modifier. Very interesting. Very interesting. So those are already interconnects when I looked at them, I think. And I thought that those were still the litherite. I haven't seen that before where one block turns into another block that turns into another block using the pure daisy. So yeah, that kind of confused me. Well, anyway, we have everything together now that we need in order to make this controller. So there it is. Quest complete. Tier 1 Viod Resource Miner. Cool. All right, so we have that done. So we can complete this one, claim that quest, and we can claim this one, which actually this does not have a reward. The resource miner will mine normal blocks such as podzol and dirt as long as it can see bedrock. Okay, so this is one of those items where we have to dig a line all the way down to bedrock for it to work. I think this also requires a multi-block structure. So environmental tech, we'll just stop there. We need the assembler. The assembler with 2 obsidian, the litherite 2 obsidian. Yeah, this thing you click on the controller and it tells you all the parts that you need. Was it 2 obsidian? Yeah. That'll tell you all the parts that you need in order to create the structure properly. Okay, so I guess we'll place this down and click it with the assembler and see what it says. So we need... Does this thing just work by itself? Maybe it's the tier 2 one that needs the multi-block structure. Yeah, that says direction, but doesn't say anything else. Shift right click on it. Oh, you know what? I think you left click on it. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so you left click on it, and it tells you all the different things that we need. So another laser lens, 2 laser cores, 20 structure panels, 24 structure frame tier 1 or above. I like how it says the recipe for the next tier. I believe that's fairly new. Okay, so structure frame tier 1, let's take a look at that. Structure frame tier 1 requires a lot more litherite crystals. That was 24, right? So we need 48 litherite crystals just for the structure frames. A lot more interconnects. Oh man, that's a whole lot of litherite for this action. Lapis and iron, that's inexpensive. So getting all the litherite for that, that's 24 more blocks of this stuff. Oh boy, that's so many diamonds that we're gonna need. Huh. I think we're gonna have to reevaluate our progress here. All right, guys, I think probably what we need to do right now is to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? Let's look at making ourselves some kind of a quarry so I don't have to worry about going down to the branch mine anymore. I don't have to worry about, you know, finding iron or whatever other resource we need. Also, we'll get diamonds for doing it. And yeah, that's just gonna do 2 things for us that we need done. So I'm going to go ahead and make ourselves a small storage crate, another one of these things. This is specifically for us to collect the spoils from our, what we're going to use as our quarry, which is going to be a builder block from RF Tools. So let's do a wood casing, and then we need to surround that with 4 chests and 4 planks. I don't remember if we have any chests. We do. Okay, and we'll grab 4 planks. Perfect. All right, so let's make another small storage crate. There we go. We also didn't pop this chest. I got confused because the other quest didn't have a chest. So we get all the saplings. Okay, well, we've seen that one before. All right, so now that we have a small storage crate, we need to make ourselves a builder. So we will make one of these. So this is RF Tools. We've seen this before. 2 lapis, 2 gold nuggets. Nothing too crazy. What was the other part for that we needed? 4 iron. All right, so we can make that with relative ease now. And one of those. Okay, so there's our block. Now we need 4 brick blocks. So we need the regular bricks, 16 of those, I believe. There's that. I think there was an ender pearl being required. What else do we need for this thing? 3 redstone, and that should do it. Okay, so now we should be able to make ourselves a builder. I think there is a quest for this. There is. Yeah, I was looking at this a little bit ago. There's a quest to make a builder. We'll claim our reward here. And that's the second quest on the RF Tools section. Next one, it wants us to do pumping. So we could do that. I guess that would be a way to get water faster, or oil or lava or whatever. We don't really need it right now, so we'll hold off on that for a little bit. Let's pop the chest. We get ourselves a feral flare lantern, XP tap, and toasted bread. These lanterns are these things which are illuminating the base. So yeah, I was also mining, like I said before, mining for iron. I went down to level 50, which is the first level below the base here, and I ended up inside some kind of a cave. Yeah, just down in here. I ended up in some kind of a cave, and it was weird. I was looking, and it was all lit up. I was like, what the heck is going on? I completely forgot that I was this close to the base. These feral flare lanterns apparently would go through these blocks and place into caves. I don't know how far down, maybe like 20 blocks below where they are. But yeah, it was lighting up all the caves down below, which I thought was kind of cool. I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, so now we have the small storage crate. We have the builder block. We need to make ourselves a quarry card. Now we want to get ourselves a shape card quarry or the shape card fortune quarry. I don't know how expensive this is. That requires dimensional shards, which I do not think we have yet. Diamond, emerald, redstone gas tier, and a shape card. Or do we have those? I seem to recall I remember seeing some of those in the nether and I left them. And I should have mined them because now we could have a fortune quarry. Probably should go back to the nether and take a look at that. Anyway, to make the quarry, yeah, we need the shape card quarry to turn into the fortune quarry. To make that, we need to get ourselves a diamond pickaxe, a diamond shovel. Both of those look like they use the regular recipes, not those diamond ingots, so we can make those pretty easily. We'll have to grab 4 diamonds from over here. I did use 12 of those diamonds to make some more litherite shards. I was like, you know what? Let's just go and do it. And then I was like, you know, we don't have that many diamonds. We only got 12 remaining. I used half of them to make, I think, 50 litherite shards, which is only going to get us like 5 blocks of litherite. And we need 12 of those for the structure frames, or 24 of those. Whatever it was. We were like far too short on them either way. So we have the diamonds here. We need to make, all right, I guess get ourselves some sticks. So it was a shovel and a pickaxe. Right? No. Treated sticks. Not regular sticks, treated sticks, which means we need more treated wood. Do we have any more in here? Yes, we do. Okay, so there's some treated planks. There we go. All right, so now we should be able to make this. So we need one of those, and we need one of those. Okay, so now we have those guys. So redstone, a shape card. Oh boy, so we need paper. So many things goes into these recipes here. Tell you what, let's do this. I don't need all those saplings. We'll grab 4 paper. We need iron and redstone to continue on. All of our irons over here. Should have grabbed the redstone while we were there, but whatever, it's fine. Let's grab that many iron. Okay, and then redstone. Should be good. Okay, so now, let's see. Can we do this? No, we need 2 more brick. Glad I made those extras a while ago. All right, so there is a shape card. Then we can turn that into a shape card quarry. Awesome. So this thing is a little interesting to use. You can shift right click on it in air, and then you can see like the different sections, the different ways to create things. You can make the size bigger if you want to. You can do different shapes with it. So we could do like that, or we can make a complete sphere, right? Cylinder, prism, torus, cone, heart. What is a heart? Oh, it does look like a heart, kind of. Composition, I'm not sure what that is. Scan. So we want box. We want it solid. You could do a hollow box, so just do like the edges or whatever, but we definitely want it solid. That way it'll mine out everything in there. I do believe the max size for these things are 512 by 512, or by 256 by 512. Okay, and then I don't think we're gonna do 256. I think we're gonna do 128, because most of 256 from bedrock to build limit is just air anyway, and most of the ore spawns 64 or lower, so it might even be better if we switch this to 64. I don't know. But anyway, that's the way we can set the size of this thing. You can offset it, so wherever the builder block is, say it's here, you can offset it, so it'll do like off in that direction or off in this direction. You got 4 different ways that you can set it, and the way you want to do that is by setting the offset 512 by, I don't think we have to set that one by 512. So that'll pick one of the corners, whichever way X and Y goes positive. If we want it to go the way XY goes negative, we'd put the minus sign right there, and then it'd go the opposite way. And then this corner and this corner would be like negative 512 and 512, or reverse that, right? Anyway, so you can do 4 different quadrants with that simply just by adjusting the shape card. And then the builder also has the option of clicking, I forget what it's called. Let's take a look at this. It's called the preview mode, and it'll fill in like ghost blocks in that direction, so you know like where it's mining and how big of an area and all that stuff, so there's no surprises. You won't accidentally your base with this thing. All right, so now that we have all of that done, we do need a way to power this thing, and I guess we're going to use the flux point once again, like we did for the teleporters. So again, that's flux course. We need obsidian plus flux plus one of these things. We can do one of that, one of those, one of these. We need 4 flux and 4 obsidian, I do believe. Actually, I think I might have that wrong. We need a redstone block as the final bit. Okay, so there we go. There is 1 flux point. So now we have wireless power wherever we want to put this. I was kind of thinking I don't want to mine at the base. We should probably mine over by, now that I'm thinking about it again, we might want to mine at the base. I was going to say we might want to mine over at our astral sorcery area, but as we discovered, we really don't have a way to chunk load. This thing doesn't chunk load itself. So if we put it so far away where we're not going to be there, it's not going to do anything. It might make more sense just to like have it go out in the ocean that's nearby the base. But it is nighttime, so we can't really go outside. We got to wait until day. So let's do that, and we will be right back. Alright guys, so I decided to come back to the nether. Yep, where's our base? Our ship is right there, so we're kind of like in this cavern underneath it. Had to go around or whatever, accidentally aggro some pigmen. But yeah, this is where I was doing a lot of fighting before, and I do remember seeing that there were dimensional shard ore here, but I never mined them. We do have fortune 3 on both of those, so let's mine these with fortune 3. Oh boy, sparks everywhere. Exotic miner. Okay, so now we have 21 of those. I saw there was one more over here as I was kind of just flying around a little bit ago. The nether is a lot less scary now that we have flight. Go figure, right? Now that we have flight, we can use our hang glider a little bit. A lot less scary. A lot more monsters are blighted though, so we definitely don't want to look at a blighted enderman. That would be a bad time. Yeah, we definitely don't want to do that. Okay, so that guy's the one that's shooting me. I was like, who was shooting at me? So we have 42 of these things. I think we're pretty good to go at this point. We just need to go back to our ship, get inside, take the elevator up. Hopefully these guys have forgiven me. Yeah, like I said, I aggroed one of them. Like, there was a bunch of pigmen that were very upset. You guys cool? We cool? We friends now? I can't tell with this one. Whoa, whoop. That made me jump. I wasn't ready. Alright, so let's go up here and just chill for a second. We are going to have to block off the base, so I'll grab that, eat a donut. Donut break. Alright, let's bring these guys over here. And we will fly back up and block them out. Cool. Alright, so back in the ship. This floor. Yeah. So I think the reason why this took a lot of oil the last time we used it is because when I came here, I went to right click on one of these things to check the status out of it, and that turns it off because I removed the bucket. So now that those buckets are still there, we want to make sure we don't touch anything, but this isn't using very much of the fuel, so we can go back and forth from the nether pretty easily using this thing. And as long as we're not spending hours AFK in the nether, I think we're going to be just fine. Eventually, we will have ways to teleport, I'm sure. Whoa, okay, I can't. We're having a problem. Warping back and forth, make sure GP things stop working, so you gotta take it off and put it back on. That was a little scary. Alright, so we're fine. Yeah, coming back here and having flaming zombies attack you right away when you're not prepared for it isn't exactly the best thing in the world. Wow, this guy is moving really fast. I assume that's a blighted one. I don't know. He's moving really fast and he had like over 100 HP. That's so crazy. Okay, well, I'll let these guys kind of hang out over here. I'm going to see if I can get into the base. Probably not a good idea. That one's gonna follow me? Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, so those guys can hang out there. We're fine inside the base now. We have a dimensional shard, so we should be able to make ourselves a fortune version of the quarry, which is definitely what we're gonna want to do. So let's do quarry again. The fortune requires us to have diamond, emerald, gas tier, and those dimensional shards. I'll go ahead, craft that up, and then we'll be back. Alright guys, so our base is right there. I just came over to the ocean this way. I think this should still be loaded when we're around. Anyway, so what we need to do is take the shape card, the fortune one. It does retain the information when you place it, or I guess when you craft it to the next tier. So let's do this and we'll click the preview mode. We want to see which direction this thing is going to be going in. I'm seeing on the mini map, it looks a little blue this way. Yeah, okay. So that's not the direction we want. So that is going southeast. We want to go southwest. Yeah, southwest. So if I move back and forth, we are going on the x-axis. So we need to change that in this thing. So we'll do that. We'll do x to minus, whoops, minus 512. Oh, offset. I'm doing the wrong one. Minus 512. Okay. So that should put it in the spot where we want it now, off in this direction, hopefully. We'll wait for a moment for the thing to update. Is it going to update? I did turn it off and on, right? Waiting for server. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, on the minimap we can see it's going off this way now. Whew, that was a little laggy. Yeah, that causes a bit of lag. Okay, so we know that's in the right spot. We'll turn that back off. So we want this. Let's just do this. We'll do 64 since that's ocean level. And then we will offset this minus 32. So it does it 32 blocks below. So we'll do 32 blocks below that and then 32 blocks above it. Anyway, you want that to be in the middle at a minus. So that way it should be right at the ocean level. If we turn this back on, yeah, that's pretty good there, I think. We could do it a little bit lower, but I think that'll work just fine. Actually, we might want to do that lower. Is that going to... If we do it at minus 32, that might miss some of the diamond layer. Let's try that, and we'll turn the support or the preview. Man, I don't know. Because now we're at Y65. We might want to do it a little bit lower. I kind of feel like I want to make sure I get every last diamond out of this thing. Yeah, I thought if you did it at 64 and you did minus 32, that would put it at halfway point. So it'd go all the way from 0 to 64 or 1 to 64 or whatever. I guess I am incorrect on that. So we'll do 36 off and on. Oh, you know what? It might have to do with the fact that the builder isn't at Y64. That might be the problem. Maybe if we had the builder sitting right here and we did that. Let's try that actually. Let me take this back out. We'll do Y32. We'll break this. We'll set the builder right down here. Put that guy in there. And we'll do the preview once again. Is that going to be right? Maybe that's the problem. I wasn't taking into account that the builder... Is it doing anything? Well, the fact that we don't see any of those blocks makes me think that it is right at the ocean level. We're going to assume that that's the way that's working. Okay, so this thing will place blocks into an inventory above it. So I'll place the we'll place the small storage crate on there. I was reading the name of that thing as I was placing that. We'll give this thing some power. So my network, which is giving it power. Now this thing won't do anything until we give it a redstone signal. Do I have a lever? I do have a lever on me. Perfect. Okay, so now we can give this some redstone. Actually, another thing we're going to want to do with this, we can tell it to void these different materials here. Like if we don't want dirt or gravel, we might want some sand. I don't know. Kind of, we can set up the quarry to mine that specifically a little bit later on. So we can tell it to void all of those things. All right, so it is gaining power. We can give it the redstone signal. And it's probably going to be using more power than what we're making, which is fine. But look at all the resources we are collecting. Oh my goodness, guys. There's our iron that we're looking for. So this thing will be draining all the power as we make it, but it will be collecting resources. So our power won't be going to waste. It'll be going into doing something at this point. The next step is to make more power. It's probably what we're going to be working on next episode finally, is a way to make more power. Currently, we've been using like 2 windmills. Not a whole lot of power there. We could look at water wheels. We could look at thermal expansion dynamos. There's a whole vast amount of different ways that we can do it. We'll check that out next time. But anyway, that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.